I recently learned about the Glymphatic System, which is basically the brain's lymphatic system and vessels, and there are some really simple exercises that we can do, that you can do to drain those vessels and that system in your brain. There are a lot of benefits, and I had a little chat with ChatGPT, and anyway, sorry, my sensory is really bad, and anytime my hair touches me, it does things, and I've been trying to work really hard on my reactions, but what you don't see on the inside makes it hard to understand how people react on the outside. And the reality is, when people have sensory issues, depending on how bad they are and what it does, like, there are different ways it affects us, and if you want to compare it to some external things that they can use to understand, being flicked with a hot spoon, being flicked with, what is that? I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay that did that. I'm not okay that what happened? Why did that do that? What just fucking happened? My brain can't handle changes in sound in the background right now. The glymphatic system, draining it. My brain. I'm just gonna read ChatGPT. I think it's just easier. Okay. It's the waste clearance and fluid transport system. Think of it as a kind of overnight cleaning system for the brain that we don't get to utilize and clean out. We're literally fucking blocked up with all this shit, mate. The brain doesn't have conventional lymphatic vessels running through its tissue in the same way the rest of the body does. Instead, the glymphatic system uses cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, and spaces around blood vessels to move fluid through the brain. During this process, substances that accumulate between brain cells can be transported toward drainage pathways and eventually out toward the body's lymphatic system. And that's why these exercises, which I'm going to talk about in a sec, one of the things researchers are particularly interested in is the clearance of amyloid beta tau, and other metabolic waste products. I don't know how I said that. I'm sorry about the accent. I don't even know what that accent was. It's like I'm trying to read how it sounds. Other metabolic waste products associated with brain aging and neurodegenerative disease. If people with trauma and all these fucking issues and whatnot going on aren't sleeping, they say dementia leads to, insomnia, chronic insomnia can lead to dementia, yeah? The glymphatic system appears to become substantially more active during sleep, particularly during deeper stages of sleep, which we never fucking get to. During sleep, the brain cells change their volume spacing, allowing fluid to move more freely. The CFS flows through brain tissue more effectively and metabolic waste can be transported away. The brain gets a period of restoration after the demands of waking activity. Ours doesn't. Brrr. Fast forward 4 decades. You've got autism. No, motherfucker. My brain is on its way to fucking Rain Man type shit. Good quality sleep isn't simply resting your brain. I was going to say resetting. It's also part of the brain's maintenance and waste clearance process. What does drainage actually mean? You'll sometimes hear people talk about lymphatic drainage of the brain or draining the brain. There's a real biological process underneath that terminology, but it shouldn't be confused with claims that you can manually flush toxins from your brain. The pathways include brain tissue, glymphatic pathways, the CSF, meningeal lymphatic pathways. Did I say that? Meningeal? That's like, hang on, meningitis. G-E-A-L. Meningeal. Yeah, so the meningeal lymphatic pathways, the lymphatic system, circulation, organs that process and remove waste. The discovery of meningeal lymphatic vessels has been particularly interesting because it provides a physical route connecting brain/CSF drainage with the body's lymphatic system. Potential benefits of healthy glymphatic function. Healthy clearance is thought to support 1. Brain health. Removing metabolic waste helps maintain the environment surrounding neurons. 2. Cognitive function. Good sleep and healthy brain fluid circulation are associated with better memory, attention, and learning. 3. Healthy aging. Impaired waste clearance is being investigated in relation to Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative conditions. 4. Recovery and cellular maintenance. The brain produces enormous amounts of The brain produces enormous amounts of metabolic waste simply from functioning. Efficient clearance helps maintain homeostasis. 5. Protection. I thought it said protein. Protection against accumulation of harmful proteins. Fuck. Okay. That is. This is one of the biggest areas of research, particularly amyloid beta and tau. I don't know what they are. Chat, what are amyloid beta and tau? Amyloid beta is a small protein fragment produced naturally when a larger protein in brain cell membranes is broken down. Normally, your brain clears it away, including through processes involving the glymphatic system. The concern is when amyloid beta starts clumping together and forming deposits called amyloid plaques between brain cells. These plaques. These words are strongly associated with Alzheimer's disease. Although amyloid accumulation is only one part of a much more complicated disease process, tau is different. It's actually a protein that your neurons need. It normally helps stabilize structures called microtubules inside nerve cells. You can think of microtubules as part of the cell's internal transport system. When tau, I used to know someone from New Zealand called Tau, and every time I see it, it's making me think of him. When tau becomes abnormally modified, It can detach from those structures and clump together inside neurons, forming what's called neurofibrillary tangles. Those tangles are another major feature of Alzheimer's disease and some other neurodegenerative conditions. So very simply, why don't you say that simply at the start, mate? Amyloid beta tends to accumulate outside neurons. Tau becomes abnormal and accumulates inside neurons. That's where your question about the glymphatic system becomes really interesting, because researchers think that impaired clearance of substances such as amyloid beta and possibly tau-related wastes may contribute to the accumulation of these proteins. That's one of the reasons sleep and brain waste clearance research is such a big area of neuroscience. People with trauma don't fucking sleep, mate. We don't sleep. Brrr. Why do you think my whole life is trying to namaste the shit out of my whole system? What can you do to support it? Oh, hang on. Where did I have that word before? Proteins. Tau. Yeah. 6. Possibly inflammation. Fuck. This is like a song. Inflammation, regulation, meningeal lymphatic function interacts with immune signaling and the brain's inflammatory environment. What can you do to support it? The strongest practical thing is surprisingly simple. Prioritizing good sleep. Other factors being investigated include regular physical activity, maintaining cardiovascular health, adequate hydration. Reminds me, I need a drink. Tea time. Avoiding chronic sleep deprivation. Maintaining a constant sleep schedule. Okay, sure. Oh, hi nervous system. It's 9 o'clock. Lights out. Let's go to. Yeah, okay. Avoiding chronic sleep deprivation, maintaining a constant sleep schedule, sleeping in a comfortable position. Well, I guess I need a bed. Managing conditions that fragment sleep. Oh yeah, like not being under immense stress would probably be one of them, I guess. There is also research suggesting that sleep position may influence lymphatic flow, with side sleeping showing interesting effects in animal studies. But that's not strong enough evidence to say everyone should force themselves to sleep on their side. And there's a really interesting bigger picture. Oh, what's that, chat? Your brain is producing waste all day long. No shit. We are a sponge. We are living in fucking waste. During the night, the brain essentially shifts into a different physiological state that appears to be much better suited to maintenance and clearance, unless you have untreated trauma. That's one reason chronic poor sleep can have effects that extend far beyond simply feeling tired. Sleep is part of the brain's housekeeping system. So, how the glymphatic system connects to the lymphatic system in your neck, and why things like exercise, breathing, hydration, and deep sleep may affect that drainage pathway. Nah, we get the gist. The exercises, I'm not going to do them because I'm not like a specialist or anyone. I'm going to just explain my interpretation of them. Basically, you need to pull everything down, and it's about working every area. So it's not about massaging in circles. It's actually about down, like everything down. And you do it around. Spend your whole face in, like, I'm not going to do it, but it's like you're literally just scraping. Imagine that what you're doing, imagine you've got some kind of fluid or something and you just want to get it out, down through your neck and down into your body, right? And you'd go over every section just like you're combing it. You don't do it really hard. It's not a massage. You just basically fucking getting it down through all the pipes. Imagine there's like pipes, yeah? And you've got to just get the fluid down through there. It's like, you just do it. You don't know what one's what, so you just do it everywhere, like, yeah? And you just keep doing it. And then all those benefits, if you do it all the time, so these are a way that you can drain it. Because we don't fucking sleep, man. We don't sleep, yeah? So it's like, we'll be here massaging our heads, but that's not draining it. That's just relieving some tension that we have in our head. If we can actually get it out, and you start at the top, yeah? And you just get it out, and you just go around. It's literally getting all that clumps, all the clumps that they're talking about. We would have it all just clumping through in our brains. Like, I can feel knots. I've got one around here and then one around here somewhere where it's like, oh, there it is. Right there. I've got a knot. Don't know if you can hear that. And it's like when I press it, I can feel what it's doing. And it's like, we need to get this shit out, man. We are just full of tension. We are full of inflammation, cortisol, all the different stress hormones, all the toxins that we take in just from a normal day of living in the world, being as toxic as it is. And then add our own central nervous system and the way it's all out of whack and everything misfiring and our transmitters are just fried. It's like we need to do all these little things. And people dismiss them. Oh, that's not going to help me. My issues are too deep. It's more than just a deep breath. You have to do the deep breaths. You have to do the massage. You have to do the deprivation of the sensory. You have to do all the little things, because they are working together on your system to untangle the knots, to drain out the waste, to ease the pressure and the tension, to rewire the pathways, yeah? It's not a quick fix, and it's certainly not a fucking pill. It's not something to manage, control, or contain. It requires nurturing, it requires dedication, and it requires patience. It requires compassion. It requires safety, calm, peace. And I'm telling you, more than anything, it requires love and forgiveness in your heart. Because if you can't have that in your heart, you're never going to be able to take the time to get out of that mindset that we all get stuck in of what's wrong. And we carry it with us. The truth is, guys, most of the answers are within us. Just got to listen to ourselves instead of all the noise that's out there. Healing really is within you. And I'm learning that more and more each day with every interaction that I have with someone in our system.